It started simply enough. 7 women gathered every other Thursday, stacks of dog-eared paperbacks and quarter-filled wine glasses on the table, laughter warming the beige-walled living room. The suburban quiet outside was deep, the hum of distant cars muffled beneath the steady whisper of sprinklers. Sharon, ever the hostess, made sure the wine kept flowing and conversation never drifted to anything truly sharp. She kept her smile steady as they joked about husbands and commiserated over children's tantrums. But under the tablecloth and the plastic fruit bowl, Sharon's hands sometimes trembled. When the first incident happened, everyone blamed stress. Laura couldn't make it to the meeting, her tires slashed and obscene letters left under her windshield wipers. Sharon offered comfort, clutching Laura's hand longer than necessary, her voice pitched just right with empathy. The others traded glances, and talk turned to self-defense classes and deadbolts. The wine tasted bitter that night, but they all came back again, trusting that nothing truly bad could happen here. The next time, it was Marcie. She never arrived at Sharon's door. Police found her car, driver's seat stained, and a message on the hood, "I'm already inside." The entire neighborhood recoiled. Children weren't allowed to play after dark. Sharon's phone buzzed with texts at odd hours. "Did you see that man again? Did he say your name?" She shared stories of seeing a figure lurking by her fence, hearing tapping at her windows. The police came. They found nothing, but Sharon had a way of always sounding credible, just frightened enough to be believed. The fear blossomed. It clung to the walls like mildew. Book club shrank as more excuses were made. Sharon's remaining friends jumped at shadows, sipped their wine with trembling hands. Gingerly, she told them, this stalker, he wasn't content just watching. There were phone calls with heavy breathing, threatening notes slipped under front doors, a sense that someone was always watching. Eventually, there was no book club, just Sharon and Sarah, her oldest friend, alone in that beige living room. The wine was thicker, almost syrupy. Sharon confessed that sometimes she could feel someone standing just behind her, a cold spot, a prickling on her neck. Sarah nodded, wide-eyed, glancing toward the window, as though the stalker might appear. Sharon smiled. Later, when the police came and found what remained, wine glasses with smeared fingerprints and droplets trailing to the stairs, books arranged in a spiral, and Sharon rocking quietly in her chair. She told them every lurid detail about the man who had ruined everything, how he'd stalked her friends, driven them wild with terror, and finally come for her club. The headlines ran with the story, "Suburban Stalker Terrorizes Neighborhood." But sometimes, after dark, when the reporters had gone, Sharon sat with her cold cup of tea, looking out at the empty street. She kept waiting for the stalker to come, hoping for a sign he was real. Every so often, she caught her own reflection in the dark window, a shape staring in from the night. She wondered if, somewhere along the way, she'd invented him, or if he had invented her. The silence pressed in, heavy with secrets, and Sharon finally realized she might not be alone after all.